So I'm going to talk to you guys about cool sculpting. It wasn't something that I had planned to do initially, so I had not done any research about it when I actually did it. I was getting a facial done and then I came out, I saw a big banner and that's what I wanted. I wanted my fat to be frozen. It wasn't until after I actually educated myself about it, and I will explain to you the process that I had, how much it was, the size of the cycle, what a cycle is, what happened, and essentially my results. It's been 3 months since I've done it, and if you wait till the very end, I want to show you my stomach. So what I know of cool sculpting is that when it sucks up your fat inside the applicator, it brings the temperature down to -11 degrees, and it essentially freezes and breaks down the fat so that it dies and deteriorates. Your body naturally breaks down that fat cell and passes it through your system, but this takes time. It's not like an instant work. You're gonna see results in a week. So one cycle is this big. When it goes on, it lasts for about 30 minutes of being super cold. The first 5 seconds, it's maybe a little bit cold, and then it becomes incredibly numb, and so you don't feel it at all. What is painful, however, is when they take it off after 30 minutes and they massage it. And the best way that I can describe this feeling is if you go running inside the snow and you put your hands inside that freezing cold snow and you pull it out and rub your hands really fast together, it's going to be that burning sensation, that really uncomfortable burning finger sensation, like you just cut off your fingers. That's that feeling. That's when they're massaging, and it's supposed to increase breaking down the fat cells a lot better. So you want it to kind of hurt. I won't lie to you, I did tear a little bit when they did that process. I mean, they only massaged it for 5 minutes, so you only have 5 minutes of pain. After that, they do the next cycle. So depending on if your machine that you go to has double heads to be able to do 2 cycles at the same time. The one that I went to, it only had 1, so I had to sit through 30-minute cycles each time. So my whole process took about 2 hours, plus the massage, maybe about 2.5 hours altogether. So it's not something that you can quickly do over lunch. For me, I did 4 cycles. I was a little bit too much of a chicken to do double stacking, but it's supposed to work a lot better when you do double stacking. So each cycle is about, in Malaysian ringgit, 2,000 ringgit. In Australian dollars, it's about 800 Aussie dollars. And if you buy them in more packages, so say 6 or more cycles, 10 cycles or 20 cycles, the price will decrease depending on where you go. I mean, there are some places that do it really cheaply, but they have older generation models. The place that I went to had the latest machines, so it was a little bit more expensive, but I heard horror stories of, you know, fat cells freezing and it was really hard, and I just didn't want that to happen. So I felt it was more safer to be, better to be safe than sorry. In terms of me having to move or like lift up things, my stomach was a little bit more sensitive than usual. What I didn't like about the process, however, was I thought that my numbness would wear off after a week, but it didn't. And some people are very different. Some people that I've talked to who've also had the same process, they did not have any feeling for about 3 to 4 days, and then their feeling came back. For me, it took literally 1 whole month before I got feeling back, which was a little bit annoying because, you know, when you have that itch and you want to scratch your skin and satisfy that mosquito scratch, I couldn't do that. So it literally felt like a little bit of a tingle every time I just touched my stomach, which wasn't that nice. So I was reluctant to want to go back and do it straight away. However, after seeing the results, I was impressed. In terms of my weight, I weighed myself before and I weighed myself after, and I didn't have any weight difference. I was 61 when I started and I was 61 3 months later, and I was like, this didn't work at all. That was until I tried on my pants. Now I tried on a pair of pants that fit me, and they were snug when I tried them on. And today when I tried them on, I had this much space in the front. They were literally coming off me, and I was so proud to show all my friends that I had put a pin in to make my pants smaller so that they would stay up, and I don't know why I insisted on wearing them, because it just made me feel skinny. So that was my proof that I had actually lost weight. And I'm not a person that likes to exercise very much, so I was really happy that my pants had shown me results. So I wanted to put on my pants just to show you and do my little dance for you. Essentially, these pants used to be tight on me, and now you can actually see that there is space, and this is what it is, and I put the clip here. And today what I did was I actually moved my button so that it would be tighter. But yeah, if you can see from the side, this is when it was on normal, and look how much more space I have. So the big question is, will I do it again? I would do it again. I think maybe on my arms. I would like to measure it before I actually do it. I think because when I did it so quickly on a spur of the whim that I didn't actually measure my stomach. I didn't do any like before and after photos because I literally didn't know what to expect, and I just did it the day that I did my facial. I mean, the best option will always be exercise and to eat healthier, but if you just have that stubborn fat that you can't get rid of, I would highly recommend just giving Cool Sculpting a go and just seeing how it does for you. But bear in mind that there is, for some people like myself, I did have 30 full days of a numb stomach, which wasn't pleasant. For the moment of truth, I'm going to show you my belly. So this is my belly. I did mainly the cycles right here. You can see that I still have fat on the sides, but it is a lot less. I can pinch it very slightly, but when I dried my hair upside down, this was the part that actually hung out a lot more, especially after I had children. So I hope that this video helped you clarify a few things about what a cycle is, how much it is, the process of it, the pain tolerance. I will go back. I still have cycles there, but I think it's going to take me a little bit of time to plan and just know that I'm going to be numb for a full month.